So over the years, I would see old table knives ground into paring knives and sold as old paring knives. And there was always a little bit of an appeal because it's really hard to find old paring knives. They disappear. They also just weren't made in the same way that they are now. But it always seemed like they were a bit of a forgery because they weren't actually paring knives. They were table knives. So, I had this kind of push-pull feeling with them, but mostly I felt like they were fakes. However, the appeal of having a nice little utility knife that was an old, high-quality carbon steel knife from the 19th century, early 20th century, I see the appeal. It wasn't until one of them landed in my kitchen. I bought a big collection of vintage knives a couple years ago, and there was a sharpened down table knife from Greenfield, from the Russell company, J. Russell, and got into use in my kitchen. And I decided I actually really like this knife, so put it into use. So once we got a laser in the shop that we could do our own custom markings with, it occurred to me that we could mark these as not originals and being reworked, and kind of toyed around with the idea of what that mark might look like, but settled on historically inaccurate. It's kind of got a I don't know, a little bit of a pompous academic sound to it, but it's true. It's historically inaccurate, but it's an awesome little knife.